In English, there's a phonological process that changes the acoustic quality of unstressed vowels. This process is a deeply ingrained and totally subconscious feature of our language, and when we learn to speak Spanish, it's quite difficult for us to not transfer it over. In fact, this may be the mispronunciation that's most difficult for English speakers to overcome. In this video, we're going to discuss this English phonological process and how it makes its way into our Spanish, so that we can quit doing it and improve our Spanish accent. Alright, so the phonological process we're discussing today is reduction of unstressed vowels. Before we begin, a disclaimer. The discussions of English phonology in this video are going to be simplified. There are a number of situations in English that, with regard to how they affect your Spanish pronunciation, are fundamentally the same. And since the point of this video is to help you improve your Spanish accent, there's no point in getting into the fine details of English phonetics. What's more, there are multiple minor differences in how different dialects of English pronounce these cases, and I don't believe it's useful in the context of this discussion to go into those details. So I'm going to treat all these cases the same way, and I'm going to represent all these unstressed vowels as schwa. So for those of you who are tempted to leave a comment like, actually, in the close unrounded area, unstressed vowels are pronounced as the near-close central unrounded vowel. I understand your frustration with me not explaining all the details of English phonetics. But at least for the purposes of this discussion, I just don't care to get into that kind of detail. For now, thinking of all of these as schwa is close enough for jazz. Alright, with that understanding, let's talk about the reduction of unstressed vowels. So what does it mean that a vowel is unstressed? Well, in every multisyllabic word, one syllable is emphasized more than the others. In the English word present, this is the stressed syllable, while this syllable is unstressed. Present. In the Spanish word presente, this is the stressed syllable, while the other two syllables are unstressed. Presente. Moreover, because of their function in a sentence, some single-syllable words are naturally stressed, while others are unstressed. More people versus the people. Alright, in addition to having greater or lesser emphasis, the acoustic quality of English vowels is significantly different between stressed and unstressed syllables. Compare the word present, a noun, and the word present, a verb. Observe that the unstressed syllable has less verbal emphasis, but it also does this thing where it's not pronounced as it is when it's stressed, but something more like present, present. This same phenomenon may occur with any vowel in the English language when it appears in an unstressed syllable. Observe these examples. Salad, develop, possible, purpose, focus, syringe. Now, in addition to becoming a schwa, unstressed vowels may also merge with a liquid consonant, making the consonant the nucleus of the syllable. Listen to these examples. Final, bottom, basin, water. Of course, the letter R is treated differently in different English dialects. In non-rhotic dialects, the R in this position is elided, and the vowel is pronounced as a schwa, something like wada, water, or water. In rhotic dialects, such as my native dialect, R becomes the nucleus of the syllable, water. Alright, so when in my videos I say reduction of unstressed vowels, it's mostly these two phenomena that I'm talking about. Changing the acoustic value of an unstressed vowel to schwa, and merging an unstressed vowel with one of these consonants. It's important to understand that these two phonological processes don't occur at all in Spanish. Spanish doesn't change the acoustic quality of unstressed vowels, and doesn't merge vowels with consonants, ever. Nevertheless, English speakers have a very strong tendency to apply these phonological processes in their Spanish. Most native English speakers never completely stop reducing Spanish vowels, even after years of effort, even after correcting everything else about their accent. But trying to eliminate vowel reduction, and in the process at least minimizing it, is very important for having a good Spanish accent. So what are the situations in which English speakers are most strongly tempted to apply vowel reduction to their Spanish? One of the most tempting situations is words that are close cognates with English words. The tendency, of course, is to reduce the unstressed Spanish vowel that corresponds to the unstressed English vowel. Observe these Spanish words pronounced first with English-style vowel reduction, then with more accurate Spanish pronunciation. While native English speakers may find the difference between these subtle, I promise you that Spanish speakers don't. To a Spanish ear, the difference is extremely obvious. Debate, debate. Celebrar, celebrar. Estúpido, estúpido. Café, café. Ofendido, ofendido. Edificio, edificio. Navegar, navegar. Regreso, regreso. Clínico, clínico. Complicado, complicado. Consecuencia, consecuencia. Dedicar, dedicar. Control, control. Literatura, literatura. Mecánico, mecánico. Elegante, elegante. Médico, médico. Cancelar, cancelar. Colegio, colegio. Símbolo, símbolo. Título, título. Cemento, cemento. Elefante, elefante. Completo, completo. Depósito, depósito. It's interesting that the more closely a Spanish word resembles an English word, the more likely English speakers are to pronounce it with English phonology, even if the stress falls on a different syllable in Spanish. Observe these examples pronounced with English-style vowel reduction and then with more accurate Spanish-y pronunciation. Posible, posible. Afirmar, afirmar. Ofendido, ofendido. Micrófono, micrófono. Oficial, oficial. Suficiente, suficiente. Teléfono, teléfono. Profesor, profesor. Agresivo, agresivo. Negligente, negligente. Personal, personal. Existir, existir. Regresar, regresar. Vinagre, vinagre. Decente, decente. Producto, producto. Artículo, artículo. Volumen, volumen. Movimientos, movimientos. Apartamento, apartamento. Terapia, terapia. Persona, persona. Revelado, revelado. Of course, any word of more than one syllable has at least one unstressed syllable, and a native English speaker might reduce that syllable, even if the word doesn't bear any resemblance to an English word. Observe these examples. Podemos, podemos. Preguntas, preguntas. Fáciles, fáciles. Difíciles, difíciles. Seguridad, seguridad. Propósito, propósito. Palabra, palabra. Enseñar, enseñar. Serán, serán. Asegurarse, asegurarse. Revistas, revistas, semejante, semejante, por ejemplo, tesoro, tesoro, desesperado, desesperado. Some people really struggle with fully enunciating all the unstressed vowels in words like these, while other people don't have much problem with it. But there's a category of words that's tricky even for people who don't have a problem with the words we've looked at so far. And those are words where the unstressed vowel is a. I think this is because is more acoustically similar to a than to any other Spanish vowel, and English speakers just don't hear the difference. I observe this mispronunciation in the accent of even the very best Spanish learners, even of people who've lived and worked in Spanish-speaking countries for decades. I even hear this in the Spanish of people who grew up in a bilingual household and who consider themselves to be fluent native bilinguals. Regardless, monolingual native Spanish speakers don't do this, and it sounds foreign to their ear. Listen to these examples. Casa, casa. Vida, vida. Muchas, muchas. Manera, manera. Desean, desean. Práctica, práctica. Amado, amado. Forma, forma. Llamado, llamado. Mientras, mientras. The native English speaker tendency to reduce unstressed a seems to be greatest when preceded by stressed e. I know a couple Spanish learners who have elite-level pronunciation whose only significant imperfection is this. Listen to these examples. Decías, decías. Podíamos, podíamos. Sabían, sabían. Vivía, vivía. Bebías, bebías. Teníamos, teníamos. Movían, movían. Parecía, parecía. Veías, veías. Merging unstressed vowels with liquid consonants presents a major opportunity for mispronunciation in Spanish, since Spanish verbs conjugated in the third-person plural end in an unstressed vowel followed by n in several tenses and moods. This is a particularly intrusive feature of the stereotypical English speaker foreign accent. One problem with it is that it can sometimes obscure the difference between indicative and subjunctive verb forms. Observe these examples. Pueden, pueden. Tengan, tengan. Hayan, hayan. Cantaban, cantaban. Eran, eran. Hacen, hacen. Sepan, sepan. Ponían, ponían. Estaban, estaban. Dicen, dicen. All right, so what can you do to minimize vowel reduction in your Spanish? Step 1 is to be aware of it. Virtually 100% of English speakers do this when they speak Spanish, and you almost certainly do too. Step 2? I'm not sure. Quit doing it. I don't really know what to tell you to do to learn to stop. My go-to suggestion for everything is to practice pronunciation by reading aloud, paying special attention to one thing at a time, and I don't see why that wouldn't be the way to learn this too. There's more to say about vowel reduction and how it affects the rhythm of English versus Spanish, and I'm in the process of making a video on that subject right now. Look for that to come out soon. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please give it a like and share it with a friend or two, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.